Hello everyone, I'm River Fox. Welcome back to the channel. Now we are carrying on with our 2021 Canny Valley Storm Shields today, and with this one we are on Storm Shield Defense number 5. Now on number 5 you will need to place a new amplifier. If you have been following the rest of this series, then you will know that I've got 2 accounts which I'm working on, and I'm trying to cover as many of the different amplifiers as I can and placing ones that I've never placed before. Now this is my 3rd account, and on this one then, when you come to do SSD number 5, you will have the option of placing this amplifier over here or the other one, which is just over the back of that one there. So on this account I have placed this one as my C. On the other one I have placed one over there, so I will go into that shortly. But I'm going to get over there straight away and show you what builds we have set up. Now, you may also remember in my last video, my last SSD, I did say at that time not to place this amplifier just yet, because a long time ago I did place this amplifier on SSD3. Didn't really have very much build space there, and it didn't exactly go too well. But this time around, no problems at all. Now what I have got for this one, you are going to get attacked definitely from the north or the west, but you can occasionally, not very often, but you can occasionally get attacked from the south. Now I haven't really built any massive trap tunnels for the south. Literally all this is just a little, a little bit of a box up here to really take anything out that comes in, and a load of drop traps over the entrance just to make sure that we can catch them all. So there's nothing major for this side. I didn't really go overboard, but you will definitely get attacked from the west and the north. So if we get up here first, and I'll show you where your spawn points are going to be. Your spawn points are going to be all the way over here along this section along here. So when you come to do this SSD, your barrier is going to be pretty much along this section here. You will not be able to build anything further than this section where the trap tunnels are. So because they're going to be spawning all the way over here, you're going to get some that are going to go down that natural ramp down there. You're going to get some that will head straight towards the amplifier there, but you will also get some that are going to go down a natural ramp over there. But there is no physical way for you to build anything for that, but it shouldn't be a problem. Now, don't forget as well, with my traps, I do not have fantastic traps. My broadsides and my ceiling drop traps are probably the best that I've got leveled up. Everything else is either blues or even greens in there as well. So yeah, definitely not the best traps for it, but we do always try and do these as best as we can with what we get from playing the game. Now for this section then, we're going to cover over here first, because majority are going to seem to want to come over this way or in the middle there. But if they get down this bit of ramp here, we've got a load of drop traps up the top which are going to take out majority of them. I left this section open because you will get the odd one that's going to want to come down here and bash on these. So I left this all open in case they do, so they will make it down into our sort of trap tunnel. Now in this we got a wall launcher set up just to sort of keep flinging them back and forth a little bit if we can. I didn't place anything on that one because when all this is done, I want to try and knock all this down and try and keep all the natural structures, so I didn't bother placing anything on there. And if you do place a trap on a structure that is not one you've built, so not one like this, then you don't get the materials back when you destroy it. So it's always best not to place any on in walls like that. But we got a load of broadsides in here. We got the wall darts and the ceiling electric fields up the top. It is nothing fancy, just a bit of a long tunnel to take them out. So that will deal for this side and pretty much takes care of most of them. Now for the main area here, we have a little bit of a trap tunnel here. We got our broadsides because they are my best trap that I've got at the moment. Wall darts, we have retractable floor spikes. Make sure you do put a wooden floor spike at the entrance, because that way it will slow any husks down. As soon as they hit this trap, they're going to go a bit slower then to take more damage. We've got a wall launcher then, try and fling them back out to make them come back in and take some more damage. And if they do make it around this corner with all of these broadsides and everything in, they will head down this natural ramp. So we've got some wall darts on the side, cause some damage. And the last bit then, we've got a wall launcher just to fling them into a little box where they're going to take some more damage. And I've got a load more drop traps along this section as well. And that pretty much takes out all of the husks that go down there. Now, as I said, you will get the odd one that are going to want to come all the way over here and down this natural ramp, and they will head down this bit as well, but they will head straight down this and over here, which is not too much of a problem. We got some anti-air traps over there just for any lobbers and flingers. But majority will head down this and start taking damage from these traps anyway, so it shouldn't be any problem. Now, the other direction they're going to spawn from then is the north. Now, with the north spawns, there's a few different places they can come from. They will either spawn along this section here, they will spawn up on the top of this up here, but they will also spawn down here as well. So because of that, they've got a few different directions that they're going to be able to come. They will come straight along this and straight around here. Now, you will not be able to build anywhere in this section. This barrier will be all the way back over along here, so you've got no place you can build. So that is why there's nothing there. But they will come all the way along here and normally make their way around this way, which they just get taken out by the traps anyway. Or they can come up this natural ramp here. And again, this is as far as you can trap up to. So I've just got a wall launcher to fling them back out, the wooden floor spikes to slow them down, and we've got electric field up above. They'll start walking up here, get hit by all these wall darts and broadsides, and of course our drop traps up above. And yeah, they don't really make it that far, as I did get one or two that did sort of make it to this point here, but they generally got taken out from there. Now, the last section then that they will come to, if they do spawn up there, they're going to just drop down anyway, so there's no problem. But the other direction then is up this ramp and up this one here. And again, this is as far as you're able to build with the barrier. So we've got drop traps up here, we've got broadsides and things cause damage in there, and of course our wall darts on the sides, and they just head into this little bit of tunnel, which really nothing even made it this far anyway. We do have a little bit of a lobber shield up here, just because the lobbers, when they do spawn up there, do like to stand up at that point and just lobbing straight over. So we just put in a little bit of a lobber shield. Nothing fancy there, but that should take care of those. Now, the only other things on this account that I do want to go through, a few slight changes I made to the other amplifiers. I did change all of this lot up, because you may remember I did have just this big massive ugly looking wall, so I have changed this. This is again just lobber shield, just to stop those lobbers from spawning and lobbing from over there. And make sure you leave that end piece out there, because they will come up to this and they like to just fall straight off onto that piece and walk straight over. So you've got to make sure that you do leave that one off. Now, another bit that I did add in, I just added in some pieces here, a cone floor piece and a electric field underneath there, because they did want to keep coming up that side of the ramp rather than this side with our drop trap. You will get some husks, I don't know why, but when they come along that section up the top, they keep trying to bash on this structure here, and also when they come in there, they keep bashing on this piece here as well. I have no idea why. I don't know why they do it, but they don't cause any problem there anyway. Everything else for this side is pretty much all the same. I haven't made any changes there, but I do want to get up to the top, because you are going to get a random spawn, especially for amplifier A and amplifier B, where they will spawn on this section here, right at this spot. So I found they kept on walking across this way, coming around here, and literally just walking down this section and straight over to the amplifier there. So I did have this in my endurance builds, my old ones as well, where it is literally just 2 walls, couple of ceiling pieces with some traps, just to make sure if anything does spawn up here, they either get taken out or they would drop down this side so they can head into our traps over there. Another little quick mention as well, especially for the east spawn over here, you will get now some spawn point over here. It will be over here and up on this little section here, but majority will just head down that way. But you will get the odd one which will come along this direction, but luckily they seem to only come to this point around here, so I left this bit open so they will come down there, or they will come to this point where they will just fall straight down on that bit there. So that is that. Let's have a look at this amplifier over here. I think I made some small changes to this one. Yeah, I did add in a second box in here, because last time around we just had this one single box we couldn't place anymore. So we did add a second timeout box with a load of damage traps, just because they kept on getting really a bit too close to getting through here. So I just added a little bit extra in there to sort that out. And the only other changes that I have made back over on the home base, now everything's been upgraded to level 77 traps. They used to be 51s. I did change this piece out and I put a floor spike in here, and I added this wall in with wall darts on both sides, and I also added an extra row of drop traps along here and an extra row on the end, because you will get on wave 1, you will get a smasher wave on SSD5, and they were getting through all of these. They were getting to this point, literally the smashers, and then just charging straight through the whole lot. So I was trying to get rid of them as quick as possible. And same thing over here, I did add in a couple of extra drop traps along this lot, an extra row down the side there, and an extra was it 6 traps up there as well, just for the smashers. Really, they were causing some big problems. And last final bit, I decided to take away the actual trap tunnel that I had on this side, and I literally blocked it off. I've put some wall darts on it just for any of the small husklings, but everything now has just been blocked off with block off instead, to force them to go round the other direction. And we just got a couple of wall spikes then on the backs of these, just to repair those walls from the little husklings. There is one on the back of this wall here as well. So yeah, that is pretty much everything then on this account, on the third one. So what I'm going to do, I'll log out now, I'll log into my other account, and I will see you in a second. Okay, so this is my other account, and this is the one where I've placed different amplifiers. So I've placed this one all the way over there. Now for this one, because we're not going to get attacked now on amplifier B from the south, I did take away all of the traps that we had set up over there and moved them back a bit further. Now for this one then, you are going to get attacked either from the east down here, the south, or from the west. So we'll just quickly go through the west first. Now the west spawn is going to be anywhere down this section, pretty much the same as it is when you get attacked on your home base. And yeah, they're going to try and head over either through this natural ramp here. You might get the occasional one that will want to come up this way. Or you might get some that will want to try and come down this way. So down this natural sort of dip here, I've just blocked this off. We've got a couple of wall darts just to make sure nothing lingers there at all. But I've just blocked it off with a load of edited cones and walls behind it. We've got 2 rows of that, and that should stop them wanting to come through this way. And it should force them then to come through this natural ramp here. So, of course, we've got our drop traps up above the ramp, which are going to cause the most damage. We've got some broadsides on the entrance of the trap tunnel here. And they can basically go in 2 directions. They can either go through the left or through the right hand side, which are pretty much identical. They got the same design on both sides. And we've got broadsides, wall darts, we have retractable floor spikes on the floor, and electric fields up above. And as they get further into these 2, then we got the 2 wall launchers, and to fling them into these boxes, which will take care of them in there. Pretty much exactly the same then on the other side as well. And that will deal for the west side. Now, for the east side over here, they will spawn all the way down here. It'll be all the way down this section. Now, at some point, I'm going to place this amp because I've never placed this one before. But yeah, they will come down there, and they're going to want to come up this direction here. Now, you won't be able to get down to this point when you come to build for this SSD. The barrier is going to be pretty much right away across this section, but they will head up through this natural sort of section up here. So we've got a couple of broadsides and wall darts and things to take them out, and drop traps, of course, over the top of our natural ramp. And we're going to make them come up this natural bit up here where we got more drop traps and broadsides and everything up here, and this should take care of most of them there. And last box then a wall launcher to send them in to there. Now, for this section as well, you may get the occasional one. They're going to want to go all the way up there. But I didn't get any problem when I was doing it, and of course you can't block off for it. So when you get for doing your next one, I'd probably block it off because they may start coming up. But they always seem to want to come up this direction anyway. Now, the last final section that you've got is a bit of a pain to build for, to be honest, because the barrier comes literally across this section. You can't even get any further in there, and they're going to spawn anywhere along this section up here, anywhere along up here. So they've got so many different directions they can come down from this point. If I just get up here, so they can either go through that trap tunnel over there, they can go through that trap tunnel over there, but you will also get a load that are going to come all the way down here, all the way down there, and straight down that section over there. Now, you can't even get to build anything here to block that off. I mean, once you've done and you completed, then as you see, our barrier goes further back, so we can block this off. So you won't get problem in the future, but you will get problem on this SSD. So I did just put in a few traps along here. I couldn't even place anything in these because they were behind the barrier, so that's why they're empty. But we've got wall launcher on there just to like slow them down a bit and keep them going, and then another one, fling them into this box, and a couple of wall darts, and just take care of them, and drop traps up there. So that should take care of them enough to get through the SSD. Now, for this section over here, when they come along this bit, then on this one we just have a couple of timeout boxes where it's going to fling them into the boxes and cause damage. If they get far enough, then we do have two big broadsides to finish them off, and we've also got some drop traps for any that get down here. We did find there was a few that were making it past this this point, so I added a couple of extras down here just to finish off those last final ones that made it that far. And the last side over here is pretty much the same thing, just a load of timeout boxes with wall launchers, fling them in, and cause a load of damage as they get in. They never made it through this one because there's a lot more traps on this section than there is over there. And yeah, and on the sides then, all I've done on the sides is just block it off with a load of block off, just to make sure that they don't want to go, you know, around this way and get through on there. And our lobber shield up atop, nothing major, just a small lobber shield up there. Now I'm not sure what our next one is going to be, but I'm either going to place this one if it's available, or I will place this one over here. I'm not sure what point it comes, but these builds should do you for SSD5, so I think we'll get to place another amplifier then on 7 after that. So yeah, they should take you through all of the SSD, no problem at all. And I'll just quickly show you on here the traps on here. Again, broadsides and ceiling drop traps are both legendary, but other than that, nothing else is really leveled up at all. I mean, my electric fields are still blue, and they've still got some really crappy perks on them, and nothing else, yeah, really that great either. I mean, my anti-air traps are still greens. They're terrible. But yeah, it does the job. It should get you through your SSD, so I hope it does help you out. If it does, don't forget to drop that like. Please consider using code RiverFox in the Fortnite store. But until the next one, I hope you have a fantastic day. Stay safe, my friends.